Good afternoon, Professor and class. This is actually my second version of the video because on the first one I decided to put music in the background and I did not like it. The song was okay, but it was too loud. I had the volume set wrong. So let's try this again. Like I say, my name is Walter Little. And my wife and I, her name is Mary Lou, live in southwest Atlanta at the Pavilion Place Apartments. I am a retired firefighter with the City of East Point. I worked there for 25 years. Actually, I graduated from high school on June 3rd, 1983. And that was a Friday night, and on Monday, June the 6th, I was walking into my job. It was kind of interesting at first. It was the dream job for me, but my fire chief at the time was, this may not be nice to say, one of the last vestiges of good old boy politics. And he had never had to deal with a firefighter that had a perceived disability. And so he was reluctant to hire me first and foremost. And then once he hired me, never mind that I had the highest test scores that the department had ever seen. He just couldn't get past the size of my head. Well, he was reluctant to put me on the engine or the truck because I was different. The guys, they were begging him to put me on one of the apparatus, but he was reluctant to do it. So I made a compromise with him. I found out that he was due to retire within a year after I come on, and so I told him, I said, Chief, I'll compromise with you. I won't try to be assigned to an apparatus until you're retired, because I said, I know you don't know how to deal with me. So we kind of had a truce. Well, the day he retired, which was almost a year to the day later, the new chief, as soon as he walked in the office that morning, handed me my new assignment, which was on the engine. And I stayed on the right rear seat about 4 years, I guess. I really wasn't in a hurry to promote because I like fighting fire. But after about 4 years, again, I got the letter from my chief and announcing that I was promoted to the rank of captain and that I could go from the right rear seat to the right front seat. And that was the position that I held until I retired. Like I said, there was still politics involved, so I didn't push the envelope of trying to move any further because I was happy where I was. I was doing what I enjoyed. So that's how I got my start. Nowadays, in addition to being a student, I am a Red Cross volunteer, and I volunteer with Georgia Baptist Disaster Relief. The Red Cross I've been doing for 5 years this year, and Georgia Baptist Disaster Relief I've been doing for 13 years this year. All totaled, I've got 40 plus years on the job if you calculate everything. As I said, I'm retired, and that wasn't from choice. Back in 2007, I come to realize I had arthritis, and it was getting really bad. And not only did it make it painful to get on and off the apparatus, but it also made it somewhat dangerous because I was stiff. So, my wife and I had just got married, and after a little bit of soul searching, I decided she'd rather have a husband that was fully intact rather than one that wanted to show his bravado and keep doing something he shouldn't. So I said I couldn't stay retired, so I volunteered with the Red Cross, and that worked out fine until just this year. And my workload from school just made it where I was staying stressed out, and so I've took some time off from it, and I probably will go back next year after I graduate, but I'm going to kind of wait and see. I say maybe go back because when I graduate, I would like to get into teaching, and also I'd like to go back to one of the first things I ever did, which was to write about emergency management, fire service, and disaster preparedness. But we'll see what comes about, because I've learned in my life, I may make a plan, but then it may go a whole different direction than the way that I thought or that I expected it to. As you can see over my shoulder, we have a dog. His name is Jack, and his favorite place is to be beside me on the couch, looking out the window, watching the world go by. Well, I hope now that you know a little bit more about me, and if you have questions that you'll respond to my post, or you can put up a response to the video on YouTube, or conversely, if you want to talk to me directly, you can email me at wlittle1686@gmail.com. Look forward to getting to know everybody. Have a good afternoon.